like talking to someone, then don't, because
Imagine strolling through a city celebrated for its rich history, its resilient spirit, and its cherished moniker, the city of brotherly love. But as you turn onto a quiet residential street in the biting grip of winter, you're confronted with a stark reality. For thousands of your fellow citizens, this city offers anything but brotherly warmth or compassion. Picture a frigid January night, the kind where the biting cold stings like a physical blow, and yet, more than 5,000 souls find themselves without a place to call their own, with nowhere to seek refuge from the elements. This isn't a mere temporary anomaly or a fleeting problem within the system. This is the harsh, unyielding reality of Philadelphia in 2026. According to the most recent point-in-time survey, the city documented a staggering 516 individuals grappling with homelessness, a grim statistic representing the highest count Philadelphia has witnessed in years. These aren't simply cold figures tallied on a spreadsheet. They serve as a critical warning light, blazing red on the dashboard of a social system that has been undeniably faltering, not for months, but for far too long. Welcome to Homeless US. In today's segment, we're bringing you directly into the vibrant, yet troubled, heart of Philadelphia to confront the most challenging question of all. How is it that, despite years of concerted effort, countless programs implemented, and millions of dollars allocated, this crisis of homelessness appears to be spiraling further out of control? Underneath the surface of that single night count lies an undeniable and brutally unforgiving mathematical equation. Philadelphia presently faces a deficit of over 500 housing units that are both genuinely affordable and readily available for low-income families, even as towering luxury condominiums continue to ascend throughout Center City. A staggering one-third of the city's renters are forced to commit over half of their meager income simply to maintain a basic roof over their heads. They exist on an economic tightrope so precarious that a single unexpected event, a flat tire, a child's sudden illness, or even just one missed shift at work, is all it takes to plunge them directly into the harsh reality of the streets. During this 50-minute special, our investigation will delve deep into what we term the split system, a profoundly fragmented network comprising over 60 distinct organizations, many of which, regrettably, often operate with conflicting agendas or pull in entirely opposite directions. We will meticulously examine the escalating chemical dependency crisis in struggling neighborhoods, such as Kensington, where the very sidewalks have tragically transformed into an undeniable and highly visible stage for raw human suffering. We will also bear witness to the contentious practice of encampment clearings and critically question whether these actions are merely addressing superficial symptoms, allowing the underlying disease of homelessness and addiction to silently fester and spread beneath the surface. Crucially, however, we will also illuminate and explore the innovative solutions that have demonstrably proven effective in other parts of the world. We'll closely examine successful housing-first models, from the groundbreaking initiatives in Houston to the compassionate strategies of Helsinki, and challenge why Philadelphia has yet to fully embrace these proven blueprints for success. We urge you, do not look away. For what you are about to witness is the profound human cost, directly resulting from a deep-seated systemic collapse. Our journey through the real-life struggles on the streets of Philadelphia begins right now. Part 2, the brutal math: housing vs. survival. Let's be clear, the fundamental reason Philadelphia remains trapped in this persistent crisis boils down to a brutal economic reality. It's simply impossible to resolve homelessness when the very cost of living renders basic housing unaffordable for so many. By 2026, the average monthly rent for a modest one-bedroom apartment in Philadelphia has soared to approximately $1,750. Now, juxtapose that with an individual relying on supplemental security income, where the absolute maximum monthly benefit in Pennsylvania stands at a mere $967. How then can anyone possibly be expected to make such an untenable financial equation balance? We are, in essence, asking someone to allocate nearly double their entire monthly income solely for shelter, completely disregarding essential expenses like food, vital medications, or necessary transportation. Tragically, this ever-widening economic chasm inevitably forces individuals into the harrowing cycle of eviction, propelling them directly onto the unforgiving streets. This profound economic fracture, driven by unaffordability, proves particularly devastating for communities of color. In Philadelphia, for instance, African Americans constitute roughly 40% of the general population, yet they tragically account for over 70% of individuals caught within the homeless system. This alarming disparity is no mere coincidence. Rather, it is the direct, cumulative outcome of decades of ingrained systemic inequities across housing, employment, and healthcare sectors, which have historically and disproportionately impacted these communities the hardest. When this acute housing shortage is combined with a stagnant job market, one where wages have remained stubbornly flat, even as the cost of living has relentlessly skyrocketed, the inevitable result is the creation of a permanent, entrenched state of urban crisis. Even individuals diligently working 40 hours a week at minimum wage are increasingly discovering they are being systematically priced out of the very city they call home. The aspirational American dream in Philadelphia, once within reach for many, has tragically devolved into an intractable American math problem that, to date, no one seems capable of solving. Part 3. The fragmented puzzle system at war with itself. One of the most profoundly frustrating dimensions of Philadelphia's ongoing struggle is the stark, undeniable fragmentation inherent within its very support system for the unhoused. While the Office of Homeless Services ostensibly coordinates with more than 60 distinct organizations, a number which on paper might suggest a massive, unified army dedicated to providing aid, in reality, the effort frequently resembles 60 well-meaning individuals attempting to construct a complex house, yet utterly lacking a single, cohesive blueprint. Crucial mental health care exists in one isolated silo. Addiction treatment operates in another. Housing programs reside in yet another disparate sphere. Compounding this, law enforcement agencies often find themselves pulling in an entirely divergent direction. With such a disjointed approach, it's tragically unsurprising that countless individuals are left to helplessly slip through these gaping cracks. Consider what we've termed the half-hearted loop. An individual might secure a temporary bed in a shelter for a single night of fleeting, momentary fix. They might even receive a rapid referral to a detox program. Yet, upon completing such a program, they often emerge to find no stable, welcoming housing awaiting them. Devoid of this crucial foundation, they are almost inevitably propelled right back onto the unforgiving streets, perpetuating a relentless cycle. We are, in effect, consistently pouring invaluable resources into these transient, temporary patches, despite overwhelming evidence that permanent supportive housing is the single most effective intervention for definitively breaking this agonizing cycle. Philadelphia's own Project Home has already provided compelling proof of what truly works, demonstrating success through its robust supportive housing models, which boast impressive retention rates exceeding 90%. Despite this clear evidence, we have inexplicably failed to scale up these successful initiatives. Instead, a staggering total of over 15,000 unique individuals were forced to cycle through the emergency shelter system in the past year alone. This signifies that we are merely managing a perpetual crisis, rather than strategically working towards its eradication. In this context, effective coordination is far more than just a bureaucratic buzzword. It is, quite literally, a matter of life and death. Until Philadelphia adopts a genuinely unified strategy that unequivocally prioritizes housing, seamlessly integrating comprehensive health and job support services, we will unfortunately remain caught in a cycle of simply shuffling human suffering from one location to another. Part 4. Kensington, the epicenter of disconnection. Any honest conversation about Philadelphia's challenges must inevitably turn to Kensington. This neighborhood has, regrettably, become synonymous with what many refer to as an open-air crisis of addiction and desperation. However, here at Homeless US, we are committed to looking beyond the superficial chaos and choosing to see the human beings within. Kensington serves as the brutal nexus where Philadelphia's pervasive housing crisis tragically collides head-on with its devastating chemical dependency crisis. Last year, approximately 1,100 Philadelphians lost their lives to overdose, and a tragically disproportionate share of that heartbreaking toll occurred within the very streets of Kensington. The recent proliferation of exceptionally high-potency synthetic compounds, frequently adulterated with potent veterinary tranquilizers, has tragically engendered a pervasive state of profound physical instability, visible right on the neighborhood's sidewalks. You encounter individuals staggering aimlessly, their eyes glazed over, their bodies contorted into unnatural, agonizing postures, seemingly on the verge of collapse. While some in the wider world may cruelly label them zombies, these are, in fact, human beings visibly and publicly being ground down by overwhelming forces, trapped in a relentless cycle of acute withdrawal and profound desperation that immobilizes them right there on the spot. The city's recurrent response has frequently taken the form of tactical sweeps, while clearing encampments along Kensington Avenue may temporarily sanitize public spaces. For a few days, such actions invariably shatter the delicate trust meticulously built between dedicated outreach workers and individuals living on the streets. When displaced, these vulnerable individuals merely scatter to more secluded and remote locations, thereby losing their crucial connections to essential medical care and vital support services. The stark truth is, when you clear a sidewalk but fail to provide a welcoming door, you are not genuinely solving the underlying problem. You are merely rendering it significantly more challenging to locate and assist the very people who desperately need help. Part 5. The Global Blueprints, Lessons from Houston and Helsinki. When confronted with Philadelphia's seemingly intractable, grinding cycle of homelessness, it is all too easy to succumb to the disheartening belief that the problem is simply unsolvable. However, if we lift our gaze and broaden our perspective, we discover compelling examples of cities that have peered into a similar abyss of despair and, against all odds, forged a viable path back. Consider Houston, Texas. In 2011, the city faced a daunting crisis, with approximately 8,000 of its residents experiencing chronic homelessness, literally without a roof over their heads. Their solution wasn't merely to expand shelter capacity. Instead, they made a radical, transformative commitment to a comprehensive housing-first approach. They focused on placing individuals directly into stable homes, initially with minimal preconditions, and then systematically layered on essential wraparound services, comprehensive healthcare, robust job support, and tailored addiction recovery programs. The astonishing result: Houston effectively slashed its chronic homelessness rate by nearly 70%. This powerful outcome unequivocally demonstrated that when municipal government, dedicated nonprofits, and the business community collaboratively steer in a unified direction, what once seemed impossible truly becomes achievable. Even in the face of recent funding challenges, the foundational success of their model continues to stand as a masterclass in effective, integrated coordination. Then, let's turn our attention to Helsinki, Finland. There, the philosophy is distinct. A home is not viewed as a reward to be earned after achieving sobriety or securing employment, but rather as the foundational bedrock upon which all other personal progress and stability can be built. Consequently, street homelessness is virtually non-existent in Helsinki, a testament to their sustained investment in extensive social housing initiatives and deeply personalized support services, all provided without punitive preconditions. This begs the critical question: why do we, in a city like Philadelphia, force individuals to navigate a labyrinth of 1,000 bureaucratic hoops and fragmented services, when these other successful cities simply open their doors and genuinely say, "Come in"? We'll figure out the rest together. These powerful global successes serve as an undeniable mirror, reflecting Philadelphia's own policy shortcomings. They unequivocally prove that the core issue isn't a lack of knowledge or effective strategies. Rather, it is a glaring absence of a unified, sustained, decade-long commitment to implement them. Part 6. The hidden toll, the economics of neglect. While we frequently discuss the profound humanitarian cost of homelessness, we far too seldom confront the brutal economic reality, the devastating financial price that the city of Philadelphia ultimately pays for its continued inaction. Indeed, remaining entrenched in a cycle of mere temporary management of this crisis is, paradoxically, the most financially exorbitant and inefficient way imaginable to operate a major metropolitan city. An individual perpetually trapped in chronic instability is statistically far more prone to frequent emergency room visits, repeated calls for emergency medical services, and recurring, costly interactions with the legal and justice systems. Numerous comprehensive studies conducted across the United States have consistently and unequivocally demonstrated that maintaining someone within this cycle of chronic homelessness ultimately costs taxpayers significantly more than the proactive investment in providing them with stable housing coupled with comprehensive supportive services. Currently, Philadelphia is expending millions of public dollars in the least effective ways imaginable, funneling resources into reactive police responses, costly jail time, and inefficient emergency triage care. When we persist in treating homelessness primarily as a nuisance to be managed or cleared from public view, rather than acknowledging it as a profound structural economic failure, we are, in essence, irrevocably throwing precious funds into an endless void. Genuine fiscal responsibility, therefore, demands a paradigm shift, recognizing that a long-term, strategic investment in permanent housing is not merely the compassionate choice for our neighbors. By 2026, it is demonstrably the only choice that makes sound financial sense for the city. Part 7. The breaking point, political will vs. quick fixes. So what exactly is impeding Philadelphia from making this crucial, transformative leap towards effective solutions? In 2025, a genuine glimmer of hope emerged with the launch of the PHL Housing Plus initiative. Through its pioneering approach of providing unrestricted cash payments, the program successfully slashed eviction rates and demonstrably kept vulnerable families securely housed. This initiative powerfully proved that when individuals are empowered with the direct financial resources they genuinely need, the system, surprisingly, works with remarkable efficiency. However, Philadelphia is simultaneously contending with a concerning counterpole. Current federal policy shifts are observed to be veering away from proven permanent supportive housing models, instead favoring more restrictive transitional setups that are heavily laden with burdensome mandates and complex requirements. Such a shift represents a clear step backward, fundamentally prioritizing superficial optics and outward appearances over tangible, life-changing outcomes. While clearing an encampment may indeed make a sidewalk appear tittier for a brief news camera shot, its true effect is merely to shuffle human misery from one visible location to another, without genuinely resolving a single life's predicament. Genuine, lasting change demands a robust political spine. It necessitates leaders possessing the courage and foresight to prioritize long-term, foundational investment over fleeting, quick-fix optics. Even when confronted with challenging zoning battles or the difficult but necessary reallocation of existing budgets, the proven blueprints for success are already available to us. drawn from the experiences of Houston and Helsinki. We also have a cadre of incredibly dedicated outreach workers tirelessly serving on the front lines. What remains acutely absent is the collective political will to cease the piecemeal, inadequate responses, and to truly embark upon a comprehensive restoration. Ultimately, reclaiming the streets of Philadelphia from this crisis is not a complex tactical mystery. It is, at its core, a profound moral choice that demands decisive action. Part 8, the final word, the resilience of the brotherly love. As we bring this 50-minute exploration of Philadelphia's crisis to its conclusion, our focus returns once more to its storied streets. For beneath the shadow of its elevated tracks and within the often overcrowded shelters, the authentic heartbeat of this city persists, a spirit that is undeniably gritty, profoundly resilient, and stubbornly hopeful. The individuals whose stories we've shared today are far more than mere statistics or societal burdens. They are our neighbors, fellow human beings whose lives have been irrevocably fractured and left exposed by a system that regrettably moved far too slowly or failed altogether to catch them before their fall. Rebuilding that shattered trust and painstakingly rebuilding those fractured lives must begin with a singular, unwavering, and profoundly simple commitment: the unequivocal recognition that a home is a fundamental human right. Philadelphia undeniably possesses both the inherent compassion and the necessary resources to decisively turn this devastating tide. We have witnessed, time and again, the immense possibilities that unfold when we unequivocally prioritize human dignity over a proliferation of fragmented, inadequate fixes. The critical question for Philadelphia in 2026 is no longer about capability, can we solve this? But rather about collective will. Will we finally choose to solve it? Every single act of understanding, every persistent push for a truly coordinated strategy, and every powerful voice that demands far more than just another temporary patch, brings us demonstrably one step closer to realizing a city where not a single soul is left languishing in the margins. Thank you for joining us on Homeless US. Your heightened awareness serves as the indispensable fuel for this vital, ongoing conversation, propelling us towards a kinder, more stable future for all. If this documentary has resonated with your heart and profoundly shifted your perspective, we encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We remain committed to continuing our journey through the diverse streets of America, diligently telling the crucial stories that unequivocally need to be heard. What is the one thing you believe Philadelphia should change first? Please share your thoughts, and let's keep this vital conversation actively flowing in the comments section below. Until next time, we urge you to keep the light of hope burning brightly. This has been Homeless US.